Bitch.
I will
Well,
fuck you. Okay, sorry. 5, 4. Fight me then, bitch. 5, 4, 3.
welcome back, everyone. This is Kill Cam News. We're actually at the hospital right now. I don't know if you listened to last week's episode, but something happened with Lil Yachty. He's having an operation right now. And we're in the lobby, and they put a teleprompter in front of our face, and we have a gun with it. Anyways, yeah, so, hey guys, I got some funny, interesting news from Houston that happened.
Oh yeah, what's that, Mark?
Go ahead and tell me.
Okay, so off of North Freeway in Parker, there is a 99-cent store, and just imagine you're checking out, and you see two of the employees fight each other.
Sounds like Houston, to be honest. I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like Houston.
Oh my gosh! And like the sad thing is, like people were saying, like they expect to see something like that, you know.
See, I fucking
and
told
like,
you. Sounds like Houston.
no. They said they expect to see that happening like on Black Friday, on like a bigger store, like like in a shopping mall or something, but not at a fucking 99-cent store like on Tuesday or something like that. I think Bobby's just gonna say, "Well, that's Houston for you."
Just be working in the store in here. Bitch!
No, it was because they got in a fight because they were arguing about who wants to go on lunch break first.
Sounds like
And
Houston.
I'm sure it started out with bitch.
That's what happened actually. It's like, bitch, and like, what? Show me. I'll show you, bitch. And that's exactly what happened. And they started fighting. There's a fucking video of it. And if you go to clicktohouston.com, it took me 2 fucking hours for that video to load too. Well, that's Houston for you.
No.
All right. Well, anyways, on to other news. Back in Dilverton, there has been a 9-year problem of a fucking guy putting fucking foam blocks in toilets.
Have we been to Dilverton?
I think
No.
we have been to Dilverton before. We got lost there one time.
Cameron, I'm gonna need you to speak into the mic. That's right, technical
I am
difficulties.
speaking.
Cameron, I'm gonna need you to raise your mic volume. That's right, we're doing this on air. Whoop, 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 whoop.
And we're still in the lobby, aren't we?
Why does he have a spaceship?
Well, that's Houston for you.
We're not in Houston.
So now we're in Dilverton.
Mark, you're in Houston. I'm at home, dude.
But yeah, this fucking
Oh.
dude that's been doing this in Dilverton, he's been putting fucking foam blocks in this goddamn toilet for 9 years, and it turned out to be a 70-year-old man.
Wait, what was the purpose behind this? Like, why did he do that?
There's no purpose. He's just being an asshole.
And then just want to watch the
Hey,
world burn.
hey, sounds like an old man.
And you know where they said he was from, right? He said he was from Houston.
No, he didn't. Don't lie to me.
No, he didn't. But it's just some
Well,
little.
you know how
cookie.
things go in Houston.
Yeah, everybody lies in Houston.
That's. It's just a 70-year-old man just being a knucklehead, just putting fucking foam blocks and shit. I don't know. Have you ever seen someone put like a whole bunch of shit in like a toilet? And it fucks it up completely.
No.
No.
Have you, Mark?
Is that what you do, Mark?
Oh, I don't put fucking foam blocks in toilets. If
Mark,
that's what you're asking.
Are you
Why
the type
not?
person? You the type person to go buy a bunch of whipped cream from the local supermarket and then like start blowing spit bubbles while you like just dump it in the fucking toilet? just like stuff that shit in the toilet. Are you the type of person to do that?
Honestly, I've never thought that now, but because you just gave me that idea, yes, I will. I am the type of person that will do that now.
Okay.
I am the one.
I'm the one who blows bubbles.
You know that
I am a
person's gonna
gold.
be looking at you the entire time when you show up with like 20 fucking cans. They're just gonna be, dude, kind of look at you. Dude,
So,
I have a lot of pie.
have a whole lot of fucking.
Honestly, they probably just think you're just gonna be huffing or some shit.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Just do a whippet.
Man, at my job, we have this huge little helium tank for like. Actually, I think it's for Freon. And then one guy I was working with, he's like, "Hey man, I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to do a whip it." I was like, okay. Then like a minute later, I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Wait, he's trying to fucking do helium weapons in the back." I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Oh, it didn't work."
Mark's like, white guy came out right there, like, a whip it's all right, go for it.
Go
Wait
for
a
it.
minute.
I know.
When you say whip it, you mean, oh.
That's exactly what happened. That was
That's
like
fucked up.
that was like me when I found out about what happy endings were. The sad thing is like I actually found out like what a happy ending was because like I was at my old job and like this is like a completely like pure hearted like little kid notice and like I was pretty young when this happened. I was 22 when I found out what a happy ending was and like the guy was saying it's like, "Oh dude, I know a couple places like you can get massages because they're talking about like, you know, places like, you know, that's really good for massages, spas and shit like that." And he's like, "Yeah, like this place actually gives happy endings." They're like, "Oh man, that's awesome." And I was like, "Oh man, happy ending, that's cool." And then I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna come home and find out what that was." And I was like, "Oh."
Man, Mark, you were a stupid little kid, weren't you?
And that's how I got my first hand job.
Actually, my first hand job
You a
was that
dumb motherfucker.
I got
That nigga was 22.
Wait,
Yeah,
you were
that-
22?
Yeah, that was
22.
yeah, that was a joke. Like I didn't know what a happy ending was
His
until I was like
age was
22.
literally two of the same numbers.
Hey, actually, that's actually. See,
I mean, sometimes though everyone just has those moments where like, oh,
no, that just shows how innocent Mark is.
yeah, that's how innocent I am until like when I turn 22. Zeke, want to fight?
You tell her to go deeper right before you go nuts, so you just hit her right in the little.
Whoa! All
gag
right,
thing.
let's talk about the next story. Let's move on to the next story. This is a children's show.
Okay.
Wait, no. Hold
now
on.
we're doing a
This is-
kid.
this is Kill-
All
this is Kill-
right,
this-
guys, let's go talk about the next subject now.
I'm bonkers, and that's Mark.
This is
Woohoo!
Kill Cam News,
Touch
not
me
Houston
here.
News. We can't talk about that show.
Woo! Don't touch me there. Woohoo!
Oh, don't do that now.
Woohoo!
Push me
All right.
down.
All right, guys. So back in Oakland.
Stop! Don't do that.
Time to make balloon
Hey
animals.
there, Mark.
Actually,
This is Anal Man, and this is missionary dog. Look at them go! Just smash them together, children. Smash them together.
Missionary? I want to do some missionary.
Who wants a hot dog?
anyways,
Where am I?
but that's what happens when you do weapons.
I think it's
In
Bobby's turn
Houston.
where he's just hearing.
Are we in Houston? Are we in Houston?
So, so this next one, you're gonna get a kick out of this one.
Oh, no.
A famous witch doctor in Umpqua, he was killed by a hitman and he was shot.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait,
Wait a
what?
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait
The
a
witch.
minute.
Okay.
That's my story, Nick. Why are you reading off my teleprompter, man?
You're just gonna hear the fucking guy's gun behind him. Just,
All right, let me tell this story. This is actually my story.
I can't believe this.
Give my story back, fool.
give me my stack of paper.
Anyway, thank you, Mark, for that introduction. There was a man. This story is so stupid. All right, so
There was a man from Nantucket,
there was a man from
and he
Umpqua,
had a bucket.
it's Asian country, who was killed by a hitman. The man was actually a witch doctor. It happened on April 21st. So allegedly, what had happened was, this family hired this hitman in the past, over a certain amount of times in the past, to do curses and to prevent curses. And he's a fucking witch doctor, so they're like, they believe in that stuff. So April 21st, they found the body of a 61-year-old man who was a witch, a witch doctor, and they found.
like this story is so fucking
Okay,
good.
So the
story-
reason why the family hired the hitman is because they said that they realized that the father of the family could no longer take a shit. He was constipated. He was unable to poop after like the last curse he was done, whatever. So what they did is they hired a hitman and they found the hitman's dead body with 15 bullet holes in and around his anus. So they hired this hitman to take out this for 100,000 baht, and they contacted him at first to lift the curse off the guy's bowels for 100, but he was like, I need 100,000 baht. I'm like, okay, no, we're gonna use that 100,000 baht to hire this hitman. They said, hey, shoot him in the ass. So the hitman's like, okay. So he walked over to him, found him, put the gun up his butt, and pulled the trigger 15 times. And this is exactly why. Let me tell you something. This is exactly why I don't fuck with anything with the arcane. I don't fuck with alchemy, or angelic magic, animacy, astrology, art magic, chaos magic, cheat magic, dowsing, dragon magic. I don't fuck with any of that shit. You know why? Because if you take away someone's ability to boom boom, you get boom boom in the ass. That's why I don't fucking do that.
That's the fucking moral of the story here.
Don't do magic or you get popped in the ass 15 times by
Get boom boom.
by a fucking Tibetan like hitman. Jesus Christ. I don't know. So after the guy died, after they killed the witch doctor, was the curse lifted from the guy? Do you think he could poop
No,
afterwards?
he was fucking dead. Like the guy who
I
fucking
lift,
like
bro.
the dude who had
I
the
could lift
defecation
any
problem.
curse.
He was dead for like 10
Oh
years.
yeah, he
He
died.
was dead for
That's
10
right.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy who couldn't poop anymore. Honestly, I think he just got too constipated, or maybe he got poisoned or something. Maybe it was a real curse. I don't
He
know.
blew up with shit.
Yeah, he pretty much popped because he was too full of shit. So it's like the story.
God, dude. Like that story is fucking amazing.
They shot him in the butthole, Mark.
Like that's just like something you just can't make up. That's just so like this motherfucker got shot in the ass 15 times.
They shot him in the butt, Mark. Like he's
They
dead.
sh-
He got
like-
shot. He got shot in the asshole 15 times. You guys ever
Dude,
seen-
that is the
you ever seen-
world's best fucking hitman, dude. To shoot a fucking guy in the asshole.
I'm pretty sure
15
he walked up to him and he stuck the gun up there and like shot him 15 times. I don't think it was.
But it was around the anus. That's what they said. It was around the anus.
Well, if the guns recoil when you pull the trigger, so it's like I'm pretty sure it was like he was trying to stick it in there, but he kept pulling the trigger.
I mean, but the thing is,
and he was
they
like,
said
"Wait, stop! Stop!" It's like shooting him. I don't think he was like 15. Like I don't think he was like taking sniper shots from a mile away. Like just fucking Kobe Bryant his bullets in this guy's ass. I'm pretty sure he walked up behind him and shot him.
No, like he's got a fucking sniper rifle and he's like, when that motherfucker bends over.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to think of the logic of just like, I can't shit.
It was a shaman.
It was a shaman. I shouldn't drink water. I shouldn't go get bowel movement pills. Shouldn't drink prune juice. You know what you should do? When I die, hire that motherfucker hitman. Shoot him in the ass. That's what you should do.
That guy was like paid like $20,000 or something like that, right?
Yeah, it was 100,000 baht.
God, dude, god damn, dude, like.
They couldn't like take the
I
guy.
want to fucking hire. I want to like. If I have a problem, I'm hire that fucking hitman. Like, dude, shoot him in the ass. That's my specialty, homie.
I don't think he speaks English.
I especially kill people in the ass.
I don't think he speaks English, bro.
The ass hitman.
Jesus.
Dude, a guy that can shit a guy that can shoot a guy in the shitter. And 15 times. That I don't know, man. That guy has to speak
like I'm
English.
saying, I'm pretty. What?
We
He's-
shit can the competition.
He's okay, or he has to be German at least, because if he can get someone in the ass, he might have a scat fetish.
Where the fuck did they even find this guy? Is my question.
Und ja.
Oh yeah.
They found him in a bar, and he's like, "Yeah, we need some work done. So how much money you got? 100,000 baht. We can only do work from the waist down. What do you mean? Go talk to that guy over there." He's like, "What do
Tim
you mean?
Lambesis is trying to contact that hitman too.
I need you to take this guy out. How much money you got? 100,000 baht. I'll do it. He's like, guy stands up. He's got shit on his hands. He's like, I'll do it. I'll do it for 100,000. Think he's using a Glock because Glocks don't jam when you get shit in it.
What happened if this fucking hitman was he's a fucking piece of shit. Like he's actually like a turd. Like he's the great mighty poo.
What would a turd need 100,000 baht for, Mark?
To buy a fucking house for his Turd family, dude. Of course.
All right, next story.
Yeah.
All right, so this next story is kind of depressing. I'm not gonna laugh at this because it's actually really fucking sad. It's actually really terrible. All right, the first one was like I can't believe this happened. This happened so recently. This one, of course, did happen recently, which is pretty fucking sad. I was a family aboard an old Cessna 170, which is an airplane, but it's built like the 1940s. It's an old ass plane. It was about 7 years old. So they took off from Florida around 3 p.m. on Saturday, and they crashed 150 feet before in a tree line on the taxiway's north side. And this is what the Gainesville Sun reports, all right? And despite there being 20 to 30 planes that later took off from the airport, and there was of course a signal that was put out showing that there's an airplane that just fucking crashed. People might be hurt. This crash wasn't reported until 22 hours later. So, what ended up happening was there was 4 people inside the plane. They all died. There was 2 young sons and their parents, and their last surviving son, who was not on the plane, had set up a GoFundMe for their funeral expenses and everything like that, and a scholarship. So, no one knows actually how this happened. They were just saying we don't know how 20 to 30 planes flew by, saw the smoke, saw the flames, and saw the signal that was registered on their radar showing that there was a plane that just recently crashed, and no one said anything about it. They just flew right past it, and it was 150 feet away from the taxiway. So no one can speak up and just saying anything like how this was not reported, but it was finally reported by someone about 22 hours later on Saturday. So, yeah, I don't know how that even happened. That's fucking depressing. That's terrible as fuck. I don't know how that happened. So, what's awful to think about that too is that the plane flew into the tree line upside down, and it didn't there was a little bit of flame, there was smoke coming out of it, but it didn't explode or anything like that. It sat there. So there was a good chance that when they crashed, they probably were severely hurt. Some of them probably died on impact, but some of them probably lived, and they just hung upside down for several hours, and they probably just passed out and died, and they couldn't do anything about it. So because people decided to neglect, I don't know if it's a complacency issue or if they were saying hey, this is something we don't really care about it. I don't know what the fuck was happening, but because this wasn't reported for that long, 4 people were dead.
And people just flew by somebody passing somebody with a flat tire on the road. Oh, would you look at that?
Yeah, just oh, it's fine. I was like, that's really fucked up.
Welcome to the world.
Yeah, and I was like, you fuck.
Don't get involved. Don't look at them. Roll the windows up.
Yeah, roll the windows up.
Turn the music down.
It's kind of like America, where it's hey, we can't take care of our homeless, man. We should go help those people over there.
We can't take care of our homeless, but let's go build a Walmart in a different country that doesn't want us there.
Yeah, capitalism,
America.
You fucking pieces of shit.
Jesus
Next
Christ.
story, yeah. So it's really depressing. Shout out to them. I'm not gonna mention their names. I know that's definitely brought down the mood, but I'm not gonna mention names just out of respect. God bless those guys. Hope their son's okay. That's fucking. That'd be I don't know what I would do if I was in a situation hey, your family went out there.
I'd fucking kill those people.
Their family went out there and they were hey, we'll be back. We're gonna go fly in this old plane. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be doing homework, and then you get a phone call hey, your entire family's dead. What? No one reported it for 22 hours. It's what? What do I do? It's I can't do anything. Here's the bill. Bye. Fuck. That's bullshit.
Jesus.
Moral story is, don't be a dick. If you see something wrong, help somebody. Don't be a fucking bitch. Don't be a little dick. Don't be that person. And there's something also kind of fucking depressing, but not really that depressing. It's kind of fucking wacky. So let's bring the mood back up, guys. Let's do it. So this is actually in New Hampshire, which is the last. When's the last time you guys thought about the state of New Hampshire?
The fuck's New Hampshire?
Jesus,
All right.
A very long time.
Yeah, so I haven't thought about New Hampshire in a long time either. So this is surprising to me. It's oh, there's news out of New Hampshire? Huh. Just call it Hampshire. Fucking, there's nothing new about this shit. Anyways, the state officials have they have confirmed the first deaths linked to a drug. It's an opioid. It's a synthetic opioid form of fentanyl. The drug is called carfentanil, which is, I'm just gonna call it C because I don't want to say this every time. So drug C is commonly used as a elephant tranquilizer, for lack of a better term. It's literally used as an elephant tranquilizer.
Oh shit.
So 2 men died from this drug sometime in March, and there was more of a recent drug, and they couldn't confirm until now, drug overdose until now, and they confirmed that it was from drug C. So they went on this huge investigation, and they started saying, like, yeah, we kind of noticed, like, there was some current reports coming in saying that we noticed that there was actually more of this drug activity in this area. And it's really, really sad because fentanyl, which is the father drug, and drug C is derived from fentanyl, it's 100 times more powerful and more likely to appear in, like, this state. And what they mean by that was that the drug is so potent that an amount smaller than a poppy seed. I'm not sure if you guys know how big a poppy seed is, but it's pretty fucking small. It's like a size, like if you get an amount the size of a poppy seed, like in your body, it will kill you. It will straight up you'll just die. It's lethal. It's manufactured in Chinese chemical labs. For, like, you know, it's actually been used as a chemical weapon by Russians back in 2002, and they were hoping that it would never like made its way to the States, but it fortunately has. Like in the past, it's made its way to like Ohio and Maryland, because I don't know why the fuck those places do that, but whatever. So what's happening now is heroin and other opioids manufacturers are starting to cut in this, you know, drug C or synthesize it, fentanyl, to make drug C and put it into their opioids and put it in their manufacturing, stuff like that, because, you know, it cuts prices and it gets to boost their profit and it gives you a better high. But they recently, who the fuck's phone is that?
That ain't mine.
We are in a hospital.
Yeah, we are in a hospital, or at least Mark is. I'm not in a hospital. I'm at home.
I'm in Houston.
So, anyways, they were saying that they never wanted to see this drug ever, and it unfortunately, like, finally, has risen there, and they're not at all prepared to combat this crisis because they said that one of the local departments said that they only have about 3,000 Narcan kits that are distributed to emergency providers across the state. And he added that the emergency responders have to administer much higher doses of the anti-drug combatant called Narcan to revive someone who has overdosed on drug C because the drug's so potent. So even though a emergency responder might have the kit, it might not be at all effective. They might need 2 or 3 kits if someone like overdoses it. Jesus. So, like, you know, it's like that bad. And they said that also there was approximately 478 deaths that were attributed to, well, to put this in the actual better standards, let's see this real quick. It said that more than 2/3 of the state's 478 deaths in 2016, so last year, were attributed to fentanyl use, which is already 100 times stronger than morphine. So, and what makes this drug so lethal is that the smell isn't, you can't really notice the smell of it sometimes. It doesn't have a very strong smell unless it's on like a large batch. And it's very dangerous. Every responder has to exercise extreme caution whenever responding to overdose cases or crime scenes because the drug is lethal, it's lethal in any form. It's lethal by touch. If you can be absorbed through your skin, you can die. You can inhale it, and you can die. And I don't know why the fuck people do this. So, yeah, this drug can put down an animal that's 5 to 6 like tons. So I don't know why the fuck you think that's a good idea to put this in your drug. Like, it's fucking horrible. So that's one reason I don't fuck with drugs, because that you never know, people don't put in that shit. Like, you know, weed's fine, you know, whatever. Like, but like shit, guys, like the fuck is going on? I don't smoke weed. I'm just saying, like, if I ever had to do like drug, I'd probably just fucking, smoke weed. But it's like that's one reason why I'm just like, fuck, like that's really fucked up.
It is, man.
You put some heavy ass shit to kill a heavy ass animal in your drug, and you're killing a lot of people with it. So now it's some kind of epidemic, and it's going crazy, and it's just really fucked up. So I don't know what the fuck they're going to do about it.
Human beings, we are so fucking good at killing ourselves. Like, if there was anything else in the world that humans are better at, I want someone to tell me.
We're good at reproducing.
We're good at making more and then fucking killing them.
Exactly. We're really good at like making a lot of kids. Actually, we're overpopulated. We have a serious overpopulation problem right now.
Yeah.
It's all
We
Mark's
don't care.
fault.
We don't give a damn. Wait. Oh yeah, I have like 4 baby mamas and like 12 kids. I gotta pay child support to.
Man, that's why we call you Genghis Khan.
Bitch, I ain't paying no child support.
So, on other news, Cameron, do you have any good news for us, or you got more sad, depressing news?
Well, the guy with the gun behind me says that I have fantastic news to tell
Oh,
you guys.
excellent.
So
I don't see him because I'm at home.
Does anyone know what's going on with Lil Yachty yet? Has anyone heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
I
Anyways,
don't know, man. But yeah,
just do it quick.
all
They
right.
can have the gun. Ah!
So here's one straight out of Texas. Kindergartner teacher got accused of having sex, including a threesome, with
Okay.
4 high school boys.
Okay, never mind. I thought this was gonna be like she got accused with having sex with kindergarten. I was like, you know what? This is Cameron News. I'm gonna find this bitch right now.
No.
Was this in Houston?
Houston. That's Houston for you.
Man, all our Houston fans are gonna hate us now.
Yeah, I'm sure we have just a fuck ton of those. Hi, Houston fans. But no. Heather
Do you think they
Robertson-
know how to use the internet too? I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Damn.
Love you guys.
Yes, Heather Robertson courted 2 boys.
Wait,
through
Heather Robertson?
Snapchat. What?
Heather Robinson, Miss Robinson.
Robertson, not Robinson.
She was a kindergarten teacher, right?
Yeah.
That was my teacher. Wait, what?
What does
No.
she look like?
She had blonde hair.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit. Oh no.
That's weird. One of the kids' names that came forward is Bobby.
She giving her a little bit of chocolate.
There you go. A little piece of chocolate.
I want to give her some Twix bars.
I gave it to her.
What about
No, actually,
penis?
I don't know her. Never mind. I thought I was saying
But no.
else.
The way she got caught, she courted 2 students, and she was having them sneak out, and she'd pick them up, take them to her house, and have sex with them. And from the way it seems, I mean, these kids were fine, but the minute somebody kind of noticed it, like someone tipped off the cops. They noticed how she was acting more friendly with them, and they just kind of ratted him out. And when the cops approached the kids were just like, "Fuck yeah, fucked her." Like there was no, like, they weren't scared. They weren't worried about getting her in trouble. They were just like, I'm sure they tried to high
Damn.
five the cop.
Nice.
But
It's
yeah,
like the episode of
I wanted to be
South Park.
there. I wanted to be there to see the cop's face. He's like, "Come on, cop." He's like, "High five." And the cop just like chewing gum, like, "That's good." Just like sitting there with his arms crossed, like, "Yeah." He said, "You think that's funny?" Get in the car.
But yeah, the student said that, she started out kind of sexting them and then inviting them over. And the one kid just for shits and giggles went, "Hey, is it cool if I bring my friend?"
Is the teacher single, or is she having an affair?
It does not say.
Well, one thing, you can't be doing that. You can't be having sex with your students because you can't be doing that.
I just can't believe they told. I can't believe we live in a world that a 17-year-old male student would ever tell.
Actually, okay, this is gonna sound really weird coming. No, I'm not gonna say. Never mind.
No.
Man,
no.
just go ahead, man.
So, did she get in trouble?
She got 20 years.
Okay, good. That's what I was expecting. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna
She
say
got
like
20 years because
I was
after
gonna say-
those,
because if she didn't get in trouble with that, I was like, that's really fucked up because they're minors and like that's not cool. Well, state of Texas is weird about that. 17, you're technically an adult, so that's just fucking. That's the weird thing about it. But
damn, like I said, I don't know.
that's fucking. I don't know when people do that shit.
It's weird. But after the 2 students got interviewed, they just nonchalantly were kind of like, "Hey, we don't think we're the only ones." So the cops are like,
Oh.
let's start interviewing other people. And sure enough, they found 2 more kids, and they're still finding more kids. Coming forward, she insisted that she didn't insist that they wear a condom because she said that she couldn't get pregnant anymore.
Oh my
But
god.
multiple students, multiple times. Not sure if
Ew.
she gave them
How,
anything.
how old
She
is
gave him the clap.
She is 38.
That age gap though. That's like shit.
You could fucking throwing it at a 17-year-old is just like throwing fucking food at an animal. It's just pussy later.
Throwing it at me now is like throwing food to an animal.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
My favorite vegetable is pussy.
Oh god.
Vegetables.
That
Oh
age
my
gap.
god.
No, but it just like I said, I'm still stuck on the fact that I can't believe, especially 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like a 13 or 14-year-old when that situation happens. Yeah, I can see them because fucking stick a cop in a room with a 13-year-old. Kid's gonna start crying and admitting to shit that he wasn't even alive to do.
I wasn't found in Hiroshima. I had to commit a war crime.
But yeah, like a 17-year-old who would keep in the back of his head, if I don't get her in trouble, this could happen all the time. Yeah, they both just gave her
I
up
would
like
have busted
that.
a nut on her so fast.
Is this a character or is this just...
Oh, it's just me.
No, it's just me, mofo.
Oh,
I had
okay.
one
Wait a
teacher.
minute. Wait a
I
minute.
had one
Wait a
teacher
minute.
who, ooh boy,
Wait a minute. Speaking of that. So in
he
Texas,
dragged my sack across some grass and some glass and put some fucking lime juice on it just to sniff her ass.
Holy shit.
we are in fucking Houston.
Oh my god.
Okay, so she got arrested because I was trying to think about this. Like, this is kind of fucked up. But in Texas, it's like technically when you're 17, you're not.
Bobby, why do you know this?
Because I just know this, man.
Why, Bob?
Because I almost dated a 17-year-old girl. All right, that's why.
Oh god.
Yeah, I said it.
I can't knock him. Bobby, you know the situation.
I know the situation. It's okay. Sometimes these girls are too fast for too fast for their age. I know, and I found out. I was like, no.
I'll give
Not
you
Bob.
some.
So like,
You
oh,
better
shit.
pull it out. You better give
Anyways.
us some good dick and so she don't talk
no,
about.
No. We're just no. Long story short, it doesn't happen between me and this girl. It doesn't happen. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid shit. I got
On their face
fuck-
and help her with her homework.
No. So in San Texas, there's a stupid like law. And I didn't even know about this until like sometime last year. I was like, wait, this is a thing? That's fucked up. Like 17 in Texas is technically being an adult, right? Which is kind of weird. I don't really agree with that, but whatever. So if you're 17 years old, you could have sex with someone who's like fucking 90 and you won't get in trouble.
Hold on.
Right.
You know what's funny about that? In the meeting that they had to create that law, there was guys who were just like,
Sweating.
all right. So let's make the cap 21, and then there was some guy who was like,
Nah.
come on,
Let's
go
come
lower.
on. And then they were like, all right, Bill's right, Let's 20. And then Steve on the side is like, ooh, 20, come on.
He was sitting there sweating like.
And then he's like,
Back.
okay, Steve's right. And the designer over there, he's like, the dudes are like, all right, we're gonna set it at 19, and the designer's just like,
I feel like they had like
and they're
the
like,
Price
okay,
is Right yodel board.
okay.
Yeah.
How about 16? And then everybody was like, whoa.
Ooh.
Actually,
Hey man, we could go lower. There's one guy.
I don't agree with that shit at all. Actually,
And then someone else
16,
was just
that's
like,
disgusting.
okay, 17. Everybody's like, oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
My
But like,
daughter's
so,
about
San
17.
Texas,
Yeah, that sounds
San
right.
Texas, it's because Texas is weird, and there's other states that actually have this lower than us. I think it's like Indiana has like 16, which is fucking what the fuck.
I'm gonna go move to Indiana. I'll catch you guys later.
That's actually against law, but anyways, it's 17.
No, you
if
just said I
you're
could. Bye.
If you're a Texas resident and if you're both Texas residents, you're 17, like you're technically an adult, and you can get tried for an adult. You still get tried as with adult crimes. You're no longer just considered a juvenile, but you still can't like watch pornography or you still can't watch pornography or be present in a pornographic setting or like perform pornographic acts like with pictures and stuff like that. So if you're underage and you listen to this shit, probably shouldn't be in the first place because like this is fucking adult shit. But if you're under the age of 17, you live in Texas, and you're sending like nudes to people, you can get fucking in trouble for that. Like you can get a lot of trouble for that. And anyone you send it to is fucking statutory rapist now, thanks to you, because you're fucking dumbass. So don't be doing that shit. So that's what I was wondering. I was like, okay, she got in trouble. She got 20 years. I was like, okay, that's good, but like, why did she get 20 years? Because technically, like, even though it's fucked up, like, that's illegal. But in Texas, there is another law that says if there's an improper relationship between an educator and a student, that's actually super legal in Texas. So she got, I guess, 5 counts for the 4 kids that she was involved with, which is like whatever. That's your fucking fault. Mm-hmm. So that's actually against the law. Like if you have a teacher and educator, if you have someone who's still like high school and you're a teacher, and I don't know how the thing works with districts or something like that. Like let's say you're a 25-year-old teacher and you think this fucking 18-year-old like high school like senior is like just super hot, and he's like two like school districts over. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if you're still getting in trouble for that. You probably will because it's Texas law, but I know for a fact that this girl got in trouble because she was like, "Hey, what's going on, boys? I think you're cute." Like, let me get some of that young tail. I don't know why she sounds 60 even though she's 38. So I was just wondering about that. But yeah, make sure you check your digits and you know who you men are always talking to. Because some of these girls fucking play games.
I've got some hard candies in a dish.
They do that shit too.
Jesus
Is it
Christ.
something that you'd possibly enjoy?
So yeah, you guys be safe out there, right? Go continue, Cameron.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
Damn pussy being thrown everywhere at the
Now that we're
moment.
done reminding me of my high school experience,
Thoughts. Thought be gone.
Fucking thoughts.
thoughts be gone.
All
It's
girls
just
are
thoughts
thought-
be gone.
All girls are thoughts.
Man, if she breathed it, she a thought.
If she breathes, she a thought.
Goats are a currency in Zimbabwe.
I appreciate the way you guys are talking about women.
Is that a thought I hear?
We have right. I am not a thought. I have
What are you
thoughts.
then? What are
Don't
you
even
then?
I
come
have
in with that
thoughts.
voice because
I
it makes
have
me think of
thoughts.
that post.
My name is Stacy, and I just want you guys to know that you guys are wrong. And I'm going to go back to California in March. For
What
no
was I gonna?
fucking reason. I'm just going to march.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna shit my pants.
Anybody that has a Tinder will
And
find
you
that
know what?
funny.
And you know what? You know what? You guys are horrible. The worst. I swear.
I see Bobby as a Tinder.
Holy shit, dude.
I don't even have a Tinder and I know what that means.
I'm moving to Illinois in the summer, so don't get attached.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can't breathe.
So yeah, like I said, though, goats are a currency in Zimbabwe at the moment.
We already knew that. We should just call this "Going to Hell" news from now on.
Yeah, you guys are all going to hell.
I
Because
pretty
you are
much-
sexist and masochist.
I pretty much told our listeners, like,
Aren't-
"Hey, if
Stacey,
you're-
aren't you a nurse?
Yeah.
Of course.
Could you please check on Lil Yachty?
No,
See
I
how
don't
he's
help
doing?
men.
No, she's not a nurse. She's just going to school for being a nurse.
And I just want you guys to know that reverse rape is a big deal.
No, it's not.
Oh, no.
Don't.
No, it's not.
Don't get me started on this.
You guys cannot refuse to engage in sexual activity with a girl because she is the wrong body type.
All right,
It's
no.
wrong.
You know
No,
what?
fuck the goat thing. We're going on about this. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Go ahead, Cameron.
did anybody do any more research on this? Is this like an actual?
I did.
Is this trying to become a thing, or is it just somebody being an asshole?
Cameron, it's been a thing, bro.
Is it?
Apparently it's been a
Alright.
thing since like 2015, right?
Yeah, it's apparently been a
Alright,
thing for
alright.
a while.
So, what have the social justice warriors been fighting for? You know, like the LGBT community and shit like that.
What have they been fighting for?
They've been
Well-
trying to fight for people to recognize all the different sexual preferences and gender alignments, right?
Yeah,
All like fucking 60 or 70 of them now. The fact that everybody is different and that everybody has a preference or something that they're into or something like that, and it needs to be
Shut the
respected.
fuck up. I will fucking laser you.
That's what they've been
please.
fighting about, right? That's what they've been fighting for. And now this takes all of that and throws it out the fucking window and says that if you have preference, you're an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have a sexual preference on what you like and what you have sex with, I don't mean to be a fucking creep about it. I'm not saying like, oh, I like minors, whatever. So if you're that person, I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you. But like, I'm saying like, if you are
Shane
both of
Miner
age,
is 17. I'll tell you that right.
oh no, that don't fucking mean that. But in Texas, okay, just we're not talking about this shit anymore. Anyways, like,
It just made me think of
I don't know. I'm from Texas.
anyway, so like, it's if you have a sexual preference for someone who is like both like of age, or whatever, and like you're at a party, right? You're at a club, and you're not drinking, you guys. I'm putting this in the most perfect fucking scenario, so like there's can be like no which way around, so you guys can see, viewers and your listeners can hear how ridiculous this fucking scenario, like how this situation is. You're both at a party, you're talking to people, you're not drunk, you're having both of you people aren't even drinking, blah blah. They're just like a party, they're hanging out before something happens. You're there for it, everyone's having a good time. Someone walks up to you, right? And you're just your person. I'm saying this from my point of view because I'm a male. Girl walks up to me, right? And she's like, hey, blah, blah, I think you're cute, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, you're a nice person. I don't think you're attractive. I'm not saying that to her. I'm not being mean. Like, I'm just talking to her, blah, blah.
you're just like doing the mental math in your head of like, all right, I'm going to tiptoe around this because
yeah, like, I don't want to, like, I don't want to, for me, I don't even like one-night stands. One-night stands is not my thing at all. Like, I fucking hate that. I'm just not that type of person. Like, you guys know that.
I hate that. Woo! I'm kidding.
I don't like one-night stands. Like, I can get to know people before I engage in that shit. But anyways, so for me, like, let's just say hypothetically she's talking about, hey, I want to have a one-night stand with you, blah, blah. And you say no to her because just based on how she looks, just based on her, there's something you just know because you have a preference on whether how she looks, what her hair color is, or like whatever, like how she talks or where she's from. Maybe you're prejudiced about something, whatever. You have your right to say no in like whatever situation. And that's what this fucking movement was originally, like one of the things that the movement was originally fighting for. They were like, no means no. And I was like, yeah, I agree with that. If we're at a party and like someone can't say no to you, like they're drunk and you have sex with them, that's fucked up. Don't do that shit. That's horrible. But if someone's like says no and you're like in a relationship with them and they're saying no, that's kind of rape, man. Like don't be doing that shit. But if you say no to somebody and then they want you to have sex with them, like they're asking you to have sex with them and you say no, apparently that's only called reverse rape now. All right, and it's been that way since 2014. That falls into the stupid ass category of emotional rape, visual rape, and thought rape, and all this other bullshit that doesn't exist. Like fart rape. Oh, I saw this guy's fart today on on a public transit. Like he raped me. Like that's not rape, dude.
No,
Like,
though that's a city ordinance in a lot of cities too, that you can call the police and have somebody ticketed because you offended them with your fart. That is a real fucking
that's gotta
thing.
be a horrible.
That's fucking awful.
That's gotta be
a real.
That's gotta be a horrible ass fart. That better be like a room clearing fart. That better be like fucking dumpster diving like Benjamin Hobo George in the back behind Walmart.
Yes.
Down south like fart. Jesus.
Had to be like someone like take a shit in his own pants kind of fart.
Yeah,
This was told to me by a cop, and he said we have to respond. If somebody calls and tells us this, we have to send somebody to respond
That's
for
so
it.
stupid. If it's
Someone's getting murdered over here, but I have to go fucking help Mary.
well, I'm pretty sure they have like priorities like that, but it's like it's not like a I mean, it can't be a biological hazard if like the guy is like super sick and get fucking pink eye or some shit. But if there's like, I don't know if it falls in the same category as like blood or spit, where it's like easily transferable, or whatever. But it's just like being offensive. That's like, why are you getting a ticket for being offensive?
And you were also the one that posted that the text messages, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of the
That's
guy
fucking
telling the girl
priceless.
no,
Yeah.
and her losing her shit. That is most definitely a real thing. A bunch of my favorite comedians talk about that.
Yeah, that happened to me before.
Like
I'm
women
not-
complain and
Yeah.
like say guys act too rapey and things like that, and he goes, "Guys, have you ever said no to a woman?" He goes, "Try it. Just try it once." He goes, "If a guy actually said, hey, you know what? I'm not feeling comfortable about doing this right now. Is it okay if we stop?" He's like, "I shit you not. Women would be raping in minutes." He goes, "I've seen the way you guys act when you're told no, and it's ridiculous." And that little like string of text messages, that lady lost her shit.
Yeah.
She was
Seriously.
calling the guy gay. She called him a fucking fag. Like she was.
Yeah. That's not cool.
It's not. But she lost her mind. But like people don't look at that and go, you guys are the exact same as guys when a guy doesn't get laid after a date or anything like that."
Yeah. I just
True.
hate like the whole like dual mentality, like double-sidedness, like to this whole shit where it's like, no should just be no, regardless of like how you're saying it. If you just are not feeling it, like you're just not in the mood to, because like there's been times where it's just like, you guys know what I mean? It's like, I don't feel like having sex right now, or just getting frisky right now. Like, just no. It's like, I don't want people like, yeah, you're gonna get upset about it. Like, I mean, of course you're gonna get upset about it. If the one person's saying like, man, I fucking think you're cute as fuck, especially in a relationship with somebody, like, man, I think this is my woman or this is my man. Like, he doesn't want to have sex with me tonight. Like, man, I'm gonna be kind of grumpy about it. That's sure. But it's like, especially if you're out, like, and you're just single, and someone just says no, they're like, just fucking sorry, like, go do something else, go jerk off or something. Don't be a dick. Jesus Christ.
But it's just, and that's fucked up, saying that it's just as damaging as rape if
No,
you
it's not.
tell someone no
So-
because of the way they look or something like that. I'm sorry. Here, you know what? I'm sorry. Like, let's just use this as an example. I'm talking to someone online. It turns out that they're one of those people that has to be cut out of their house because they ate themselves into oblivion.
Oh.
And that's not something I'm into. Don't get me wrong. Anybody that watches porn know there's a demographic for everything. There's a kink for everything. Everybody's
Yeah.
into something. I'm not the one. I say no. And according to that little movement, I'm the asshole. That I didn't want to sleep with someone that was, I don't know, let's say people in the 600-pound range aren't my thing.
Dude,
But I'm the piece of shit because I didn't want to do it. And that's just as bad as if I were to just rape someone.
that's just... We fucking flip out it about everything, man. We're so privileged now that we make up shit to get offended about, and it's just, it's fucking ridiculous. And it's like both sides, like the left and right, there's always going to be like, the alt-right and everything like that. And what's going on with this type of shit with SJWs, man, it just like shows that we're kind of the same thing. They're the same thing, but with just different ideologies, and they handle it differently.
Yeah.
It's just, it's befuddling. It's befuddling that we've grown to this point.
It's just, I don't get it.
And
I don't get it. I don't get why people
It's
are
just-
so worried about what
it's-
other people do in their life.
It's
We've gained.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just like we're like a fucking. We should be like a 6-sided die, but we became like a 64-sided die about everything. It's just we have to fucking make everything stupid. Stupid complicated about everything.
It's just everybody wants to be special and unique, and everybody wants
And I
to
hate that.
have everything and not really have to do anything for it. They just feel like if somebody else has it, they should have it. They feel like they should be rewarded for participating in things, not winning. Competition apparently is a type of bullying. Now refusing to have sex with someone because they're not in your preference, which is a genetic roll of the dice.
Yeah, seriously. Like, that's one thing too. Like, I get everyone has preferences, but I hate when like there's like fucking movements. They're just like, hey, like if you're fucking like this tall or not this tall, you're a fucking little bitch. I was like, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
shit, sorry. Like, and it's like automatic, like a.
Anybody that has a Tinder profile will find that funny.
Exactly, because the shit you said about the Tinder profile, that fucking, like, I know that for a fact, and then they'll fucking ask if a guy's not tall, if a guy's, like, shorter than me, then I can't date him. I'm just like, who the fuck cares? It's just like, you have your preference and everything like that, but that's your fucking business, but you shouldn't be fucking, like, so set on certain little fucking things like height and everything like that. Shit you can't control.
At the same time, that's just their preference. They're kind of an asshole for just like outright going, "Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
of
if you're under
course.
this, you're a piece of shit." Really, if that's one of their things, they should just kind of keep it to themselves and find out. Maybe meet the person, have a drink with them.
You want someone that's like fucking 6'4" or something like that. And I'm pretty fucking tall. Oh, you're fucking tall, Cameron. You're 6'4", right?
6'5".
All right, you got that shit. I'm tall, but like I can't. I'm not that tall, and that's fucking. I see some profiles like that. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Well, that's such a stupid fucking thing. One to
Yeah,
actually matter as your preference. That's
that
such a
is,
dumb fucking thing.
Man,
and it's just so dumb that like reverse rape is like
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to bring up too. Is the fact that I would say, actually go meet people. So many people try and get in relationships through these fucking websites and apps without meeting a person. They just try and make sure, oh, this person matches this much of the checklist, this person matches this much of the checklist. Like, and that's what they try and base it off of, and then they jump from there. They don't meet somebody, have a drink with them, and nowadays you can't because they could be like, well, I don't know, you could be a serial killer or a rapist, or now you could be a reverse rapist, apparently.
he don't like me.
There's no social interaction with all of the social networking that we have. And then you throw that in a little blender with everyone trying to be a special snowflake and come up with a special name for whatever thing that they're into.
yeah,
That's
it's
just the
like-
thing you're into. That's just your preference. It doesn't need a name. It doesn't need a recognized title. That's just you. And you aren't the only one into it, I promise you.
Man,
But the thing is though, man, finding the person that has that same interest, that's the fun part about it.
Yeah. And the thing other people don't get nowadays is they don't have to have every goddamn thing in common.
yeah, seriously.
don't.
You're like it's completely fine to like meet somebody and then like have almost nothing in common. Like that's kind of adds like the flair to relationships. Like yeah, I mean it's cool to have like certain things in common. That's sure. Like if you're like a dog guy and she's like a cat girl or whatever, and like you're allergic to cats, like that's probably not gonna work out too well. Maybe it will. I don't have fucking saying that shit, But like, I guess like actually, I'm actually can't speak against myself because it actually did work out. But
Or you could be like someone I know, and like when your wife is allergic, they just put the cat to sleep.
no, what?
People do shit like that.
Yeah, they do.
They'll just get rid of animals and shit like that because of relationships.
That's fucking stupid.
I'm sorry, man, but like, there's some guy that was talking to me at my job about like, he's like, how much you love your cats? So like, man, I love my bat cat. I love the shit out of her, and you guys know that. And he's like, if someone is allergic to her, would you like get rid of it or would you leave her? I was like, honestly, dude, like, I can't. I want to get rid of her. I would just like, we'll try to find a way to work it out.
Be like, you better get
But,
some allergy medicine.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, man, she got here first. I'm sorry, but like she gives me free massages. I don't know about you, but if you give me massages and suck my dick and fucking like cook me dinner, then maybe. But damn,
And even then, I'll still want a cat.
exactly. Fucking this little cat's my little homie right here. She's right next to me at the hospital.
Yeah, that's what I get, and that's another thing. It's just another thing, just like the height thing that you guys brought up. People going, if you don't like dogs, then just fucking don't even talk to me. You don't like cats, and just don't even fucking talk to me. Bitch, I don't have to like whatever animal that you like for us to have a conversation, enjoy each other's company.
If the dog doesn't kill me, I like it.
It's like if the thought of me not liking dolphins as much as you fucks with your head to the point that we can't have a normal conversation, you might need to go talk to somebody.
Man, you don't like Komodo dragons. I don't know if I could date you.
And then I'm going to get called an asshole because if anything like that happens, I immediately go, what the fuck?
It's like,
I'm sorry, did that just come out of your mouth?
I don't like Animaniacs. And you like Animaniacs. This can't work out.
Do you really not like Animaniacs?
I fucking love Animaniacs.
Okay, I was about to say, because if you didn't, we need to fire you. That's...
There's two kinds of people in this world. People that like Animaniacs and people that don't like Animaniacs.
And people that need to die.
Alright.
It's
What?
just...
Uh,
I don't get it. And it's just, I was really hoping that everybody commenting on that post saying it's possibly a joke were right. because that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Man,
Reverse rape.
reverse rape.
Because then that just opens the door, like you said, someone's preference could
It could be used
children,
against you. Like,
pedophiles. Well, what's going to stop them from making a movement of, hey, it was a genetic roll of the dice, and we can't help that we like it, but we want it to be respected.
That's
And
that's actually already kind of a thing too, which is really fucked up. Like there's actually a movement behind like making like they're trying to treat that as like as a mental like thing, which I believe it is, but at the same time, it can be, but at the same time, it's like that's just fucking weird. And they're saying that if you do have that preference, then it should be allowed that you are able to. Your coping mechanism for this preference is to actually get a very, very. It's like they're saying that they should provide this because as like as a medicine, like they'll give you a fucking like sex doll that looks like a kid. Like I remember this happening in like 26, like late 2015, early 2016.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like what
That's
the fuck
so wrong.
are you doing? And then I was like, no, don't do that shit. That's fucking disgusting. It's like, oh, it's fine. It's not hurting anybody. It's like doesn't matter. It's like that.
You're feeding a problem.
Yeah, you're feeding a problem, bro. Like that's not. I'm not comfortable with that at all.
You're not gonna find a kid that's gonna be like, yeah, I'm down for sex or anything like that. Like you're gonna be
God, I
doing.
fucking hope not.
No,
I just
and that's another thing is there are some preferences that are not okay.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
simply not. Like, but I like to, not really apologize. It's just, sorry to be like, if you guys are still listening for after this, like, sorry we kind of like went off the bar a little bit with this, but like we do get passionate about a lot of stuff. Yeah, let us know what you guys think about that. Actually, like, what about all this bullshit? I don't really like talking about SJW shit too much, but like, it's important. I feel like it's very important because that's just, man, it's just fucking crazy to be honest. Like how people can just think that this is okay. Like this is not going to be a norm. I don't think it should be a norm. Like that's stupid. You shouldn't denying someone like that shouldn't be like a crime or like frowned upon. It's like it's fucking stupid. That's like the whole point. Like that's almost the whole point of like this of the initial like one of the huge parts is like no means no. Like don't do that. And they teach you that in fucking school like that. It says like no means no. And like it kind of started with like, hey, like guys can get raped too, which is true. Like people don't believe that, but like it's very true. And people are like you can't do that. It's just, whatever, fuck you. And it's like no, just no. That goes both ways. Like don't fucking do that. And if I just say no, because I don't want to have sex with somebody, if a girl comes to me, she's like, even if I am really into her, even if I really do think she's cute, it's like, but I'm just like, I don't roll like that. Like, just fucking respect that exactly. Like, I'm not gonna fucking do that shit. If you're like talking to me for a while and like we're flirting and stuff like that, and like we're kind of, I'm like, I could be a flirt with like whenever I'm talking to someone for a while. That's just how I am. But it's like that's after like a little bit. I'm not gonna open up with that shit. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, yeah, down to have sex. Like let's talk a little bit more. I don't know who you are exactly yet. If I'm comfortable to the point where it's like, this could be a thing. Yeah, maybe I'll be into it. But for me, like when I sense that my thing, and it's just like, no means no. Like fuck it. Just I don't care what anyone says. No means no. Like
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a bad thing. That shouldn't be a bad thing. I don't know why it's a bad thing all of a sudden.
If you run into somebody and your preferences don't match, or you don't match their preference or anything,
It's not supposed to work out.
keep looking.
It's not supposed to work out.
There's plenty of people on the planet.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking man, maybe we're just all trash. Maybe it's time for there to be a world war. Maybe we're just all just trash, and that's it.
Dude, the world's needed a wash for the past 1,000 years.
I have a question to ask, and I kind of want to leave it at this. Do you think we've grown too close just because of like social media and everything like that? Especially like,
I feel like,
the only reason I'm saying this is because like we're seeing shit like we shouldn't be seeing like the whole thing with the Cleveland shooter and everything like that.
Yeah.
When he fucking shot that dude and he live streamed that.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like social media has just got us like way too close and got us way too desensitized and shit like that? And we're making all these stupid, genders and shit like that.
Real quick to wrap this up because this is actually still news, which is awesome. But I do feel like because everyone has smart. I've said this so many times in arguments before, like with anything really. Because we have smartphones and because internet is literally everywhere. Like companies are incorporated around to work alongside and with and throughout the internet, uh, and that goes double. Like that is what social media is. It's just the internet. Like that is what it is. It's the information highway, and just whatever you want to grab from it and bring to your page, like that's up to whoever you're looking at or whatever social media site or wherever you're at, depending on what website you're on. I do believe to like very, very much so to a certain extent that the world has become desensitized because not because, the world is like increasingly becoming a bad place. I just feel like that it's being blown up in your face all the time because you're connected to the internet 24/7. You're going to hear about the worst of the worst. You're going to hear about like, just crazy shit all the time because it's like it's always there. You're always around it, and there's no way you cannot hear about it. You're always going to hear about something like shit like that, and it's fucking terrible because I feel like the bad, stupid, really shitty stories that come out that are depressing and stuff like that are definitely not. They're not blown out of proportion. Like those things do deserve their attention, but I feel like so many like stories, so many like media. There's so much media coverage that's like put on these things because it's just so bad, and it's like, oh man, it's shock value. Like get the shit in here, and then just like throw it out there to our like viewers because like it turned like it's really crazy to think about this. Viewers have always been viewers throughout like history, right? Like when it comes to like newsletters or newspapers, and it was all about who bought the most stuff. Now it's about how much traffic you can generate on your page on your website. How many shares can you get on Facebook, and that's what generates money now. For a lot of these companies. So of course, like news companies, whenever social media started, especially with Facebook, they started up like, oh, we need a Facebook page. We're doing this, and then when they start realizing that traffic, when you start bringing the more traffic, you start getting paid from this outlet. That's all they're going to start doing. That's why they have live videos. Like CNN or like Fox is now live on Facebook because they want you to watch along with it, or like they'll post a bunch of shit. And I feel like the world is kind of desensitized to it, not because there's so much bad shit in the world, because there's, like I said earlier, I said this on a past cast, like somewhere in the world right now is a fucking beautiful ass island that no one's ever been to, untouched. There's a thriving ecosystem there, and absolutely nothing's fucking happening. That's just life happening there. That's fucking beautiful to think about, But we don't know about that because, we got all this shit that's being blown up in our face all the time. So that's my take on it, at least. Like, I don't think the world is inherently a bad place. I think people are sometimes really, really, really shitty, but I also feel like we hear about like, it a lot. Cause like, here, like being in Texas, like, yeah, I mean, we're going to like experience like a lot of different cultures, different people and like different opinions on people, whatever it's like racist or whatever. But like for the most part, yeah, I feel like some people were just fucking stupid kind of, but I don't think they're bad. Like, I don't think that like most people like that I come across. Basically, what I'm saying is most people that I come across will hold the door open for you, just out of being kindness instead of like slamming your face because like you're black or something like that. That's what I'm saying. It's just like I feel like it's just kind of blown up, definitely.
Well, shit.
Mark's like, wait, Mark's like, yeah.
Everything's based off a rating system and views, which is kind of funny considering we're a growing podcast and that's what we're striving to get. But like you said, Bobby, it's because negative sells. Someone getting brutally murdered or tortured will trump any of the happiest news.
Yeah, for sure.
Possible. It's like you said, it's just constant negativity because negativity draws more people in.
Mm-hmm. Like, if you heard about like, I don't know, and it's like, it's funny because it's like, it's always, whenever there's like news about something that could like save the human race or new stuff, like someone always argues with it, and I noticed that it's always been a thing. It's like NASA says like we're doing this, like, oh, we discovered this, like this planet, and everyone's like, why the fuck are you wasting all that money and blah blah this blah blah that, like it's like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, we're finding out stuff about our own like universe, like what the fuck? It's
why would you not want to find that out?
Yeah, it's even amazing that we're able to do this. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like
or someone
like, you're trying to discover the universe. We don't even know things about our oceans. It's like, well, NASA actually does both. Like, by us exploring out in our solar system and on the universe, we know of ways to actually like create ways to where we can handle the pressure of our universe or handle the pressure of our oceans and shit, like till we can do further ocean exploration. Like, oh, but you don't fucking know that because you're too busy paying attention to like how big Kim Kardashian's butt is or like who died like yesterday on the news. Like that's exactly what Kim was talking about.
Real
It's just,
damn
like,
big.
it's fake though, so it doesn't matter. But
Still
That
touch
ass
it.
is full of cellulitis.
it's just I don't know. I think it's just ridiculous that people like are against the fact of like they're against like human ingenuity and like happiness. Like, you know, there's not like a algorithm for being happy or anything. It's just like why would you try to like put down something that like
E
makes you,
equals MC squared.
why would you try to put down something that like, you know, makes you happy? You know, like that doesn't make any sense. Like it's almost like we like being depressed. We like being like in a constant state of like fear and like denial and Islamophobia and like, you know, wrapped up in all this like bullshit. Like who we don't know like who like which news station is telling the truth. Like this news station report this fact and this like 30 people died over here. Like actually 25 people died. Most of them were women and children. Like which one's worse? Like what the fuck? And it's like we shouldn't have to do that. It should be like, you know. Like fuck off with that bullshit. Like that's ridiculous. I don't know why people like to be locked in that whole mentality. It's like go fucking do something else. Like you have a whole life ahead of you to like just change the fucking world and like, you know, change how you respond to things. But in the end, it is up to the media kind of to like somewhat control that. So I guess that kind of does defeat the purpose at the same time. But whatever. But yeah, I don't know. People are just weird. Where the fuck is Lil Yachty?
He died on the table like 20 minutes ago.
You know what? More depressing news.
Let me go talk to Stacy.
Oh my god, I forgot about Stacy.
Just the natural disdain in his voice.
She was the one who got us on this subject. Thanks a lot. So shout out to Stacy.
Go find Stacy.
I'll find Stacy.
I think that's her in the corner. I think she died.
She died because I was spitting too much truth.
She died too. Everybody died.
She got too triggered.
You know what's so fucked up? If you spoke too much truth, you know how like Moses when he saw God, like he grew like his hair turned white and shit like that.
Well, he didn't see God. He didn't see God. What happened was God was like, I'll let my shadow pass over you, and the shadow passed over him. That's when his hair turned white.
Can you imagine like you spit so much truth that happens to someone?
That's what happened to you, man. All right. I think that's it for Double Kill Podcast. That's not Double Kill. This is
Kill cam.
This is Kill Cam News, also known as triggering news, also known
I'm
as
the ghost of Lil Yachty.
oh, it's a ghost. Hey man, what happened, man? You all right?
Oh, Lil Ghost.
Obviously not easy.
Just kidding. I'm okay. See you guys next time.
All right, bye, Lil Yachty.
Good night.
Bye, little.